Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Celtic Connections. We are in the middle of our series, All Hands on Deck, the virtual voyage of sea marks. And last week, we took a look at the illustrations of Michael Galen, who has done so many of our posters for us. You've definitely recognized his work, and I am very, very excited to bring viewers into the world of set design this week. We are looking at all of the facets that surround sea marks, and tonight it is my distinct pleasure to introduce you to our set designer of sea marks, David Dwyer. Welcome, David. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, so you have worked with us many, many times. You have been a set designer of ours since 2013, which is
quite a while, yeah.
And you are also the Associate Professor of Design Tech and the Resident Scenic Designer at Niagara University. So you are busy.
Yeah, it keeps me off the streets, I guess.
So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the world of set design. We haven't entered into that world yet on Celtic Connections. Could you let us know what is the role of a set designer?
Sure. Primarily my role as a set designer is to take the vision and the ideas of the playwright and kind of meld those with the vision and the ideas of the director, and to kind of make the physical manifestation of those ideas scenically on stage. Pay close attention to, what kind of needs the director has and how they see the actors moving around the stage, what kind of needs historically, I need to be able to pay attention to historical aspects in there as well, in architectural details and decorating details, those kind of things. So I really kind of just make it work and make a world for the actors to play in. So.
Wonderful. For this production in particular, what are some of the concepts that you were working with, or you and Fortune were working with for the design?
We went with kind of a modified realism in this, so it's interesting on this one. So there's some hyper realistic details, so there's windows, there's doors, but the walls are missing, right? So there's hyper realism in the set decorating, but it may, it's a little bit different in that regard. So. But what's interesting about this one is it's a little different than most productions at Irish. Usually I can't design anything to go in there because it isn't a theater space in the round. I can't put anything in there that's over about 32 inches or I'm blocking somebody's view of what's going on. In this one that it's being filmed, I can put taller things in there. So I have 7-foot tall door frames and walls in there, and I can work with different heights on it, which is a little bit refreshing, right? So it's a little easier to go that route with it. So wonderful.
What was different in this process? You knew you were designing a set that was going to transfer to film. How did that differ from designing for just a straight theatrical production?
Sure. So the difference is, generally as a set designer, I have to make things that look good from 20 feet away and last for 2 weeks, for the typical run of a production. On the Irish stage, because the audience is so close, generally, it's a more of a 5 or 10 foot rule on that. On this one, since it's being filmed, I'm really looking at, really close up. So I didn't leave a screw head or a staple uncovered. I filled all those things in, and I, sanded things down a little more than I usually would, and just paid a lot more attention to those little tiny details that are in there, and paid a little more closer attention to the wood graining detail and those kind of things. So.
Wonderful. Thank you for those little behind the scenes details. We will certainly look out for those as we move toward our online production, which is October 16th. So thank you for taking some time with us this evening. This is David Dwyer, our set designer for Sea Marks. Tune in again next week when we look at the aspect of costume design. So it'll be a fun one. So thank you so much, David. And everyone, thanks for tuning in. And until next week, be safe and be well. Same Irish time, same Irish channel next week. Thanks, everyone. Good night.